All right, so I know I'm gonna get asked this next, which is what supplements did I put in my cold and flu pack when I designed it based on the research? Again, not designed for the coronavirus at all. It was actually designed for viruses like influenza and the rhinovirus. Those are the two I found the most research on when I kind of poured through the literature. I did look at hundreds of studies, and there were 27 key studies that kind of helped me craft what I have as my cold and flu pack. So one kind of overall really great viral support supplement that I have leaned on pretty heavily is something called Viracid, and that's by a company called Orthomolecular. I love it because it has nutrients that are key to supporting the immune system, like vitamin C, has some zinc, has some A, has some B5 in it, but it also has really good herbal support. It has things like elderberry and echinacea and andrographis, for example. So I really love that one. Unfortunately, it's currently out of stock. Supposedly some will be in stock in March, and then another fleet is coming by the end of March rather, and then another fleet is coming in June. There are other supplements we can use to kind of make up the ingredients similarly to that one. And then there's a whole other host of supplements that I add to the cold and flu pack as well. I will actually add some additional vitamin C because there is good data on it. I will add some extra vitamin D for a short time. If someone's taking the Viracid pack, it does have a good amount of vitamin A in it. I will not add extra A on top of that. If you're not able to take Viracid, I will suggest that there's some additional vitamin A be added. These are all temporary, by the way. Please do not, take supplements without doctor supervision for a prolonged period of time, because you can actually get toxic in certain ingredients, especially vitamin D, vitamin A, and zinc. Now, a word on the zinc. Zinc is generally good and supportive of the immune system, but if you look at the actual research on what it does for viruses, it's really zinc lozenges that has the most data, the most studies on, and that's because, it actually works directly on the mucous membranes that are affected by the virus. So just kind of an FYI there. I know there are no zinc lozenges of any kind in stock currently. Hopefully they'll be back soon. But there's also some other great general support supplements, like curcumin is one of my go-tos. It is anti-inflammatory, it's immune system modulating, it works via about 11 different mechanisms in the immune system, and so it's really powerful. I actually have a lot of my autoimmune disease patients on it. I also use it for, pain and inflammation as well, so that's another really good one. And then, of course, there's some really strong antioxidant support that I will give, like glutathione, which is your body's main antioxidant and detoxifier. It is good at not only helping you kind of detoxify what's going on now, but it's also good at protecting your cells from further damage. And then there's other supplements that are kind of, I would call them basic, as in a lot of people already have them in their supplement regimen, and those are things like probiotics and prebiotics, and that's to help with gut health. Of course, 80% of your immune system is located inside your gut, so that is really, really important. Then there's some other additional ones that I've added on that just make sense, and one of them is a silver nasal spray, and that's by a company called Argetin 23. And it's a silver hydrosol. It's got a nanoparticle, very low count. It's like 23 parts per million of the silver. And again, it's because the way you get the virus of any kind is through the mucous membranes, eyes, nose, mouth, and so kind of maybe providing some protection through the nose. And then the other thing I really like is by Biobotanical Research. It's something called Biocidin throat spray. Same concept, spraying in the throat, the mucous membranes. Hopefully it will help decrease the level of attachment of the virus to the mucous membranes. They actually did do a study on it, the company, and it does increase the immunity back there by, I think it was like 30 to 33%, increases your secretory IgA, which is your mucosal immune system. So I think, that's also a worthy one. And then, of course, if there's any type of sinus involvement, then there's another additional supplement that I will add called Sinotrol. It's also by Orthomolecular, and it has some kind of really good mucus clearing type ingredients in there that helps. Again, I really advise not taking any nutritional supplements without checking with your provider, because in certain conditions like liver and kidney dysfunction, or if you've got certain allergies, there are some ingredients that you might not want to take. Obviously, the goal here is to do no harm. And again, just to kind of reiterate in some previous videos, do things that are potentially helpful but not harmful.